speak with family members. They monitor people in critical care units, and they speak with families saying, look, this is what we need from your loved one. You know, they don't just take them, they say, this is what we need to save these many lives. So obviously, putting life first is a good thing. Okay, let me take some more from over here.
How do you guys pay for all that travel?
As I said, most of the trip was covered by students' lunch money. People, you know, kids like yourself that came to school, somebody said, let's have a toonie drive for Chris, and they'd throw a handful of change in a bucket. There were hotels, there were restaurants, there were stores, there were individuals, there were some service clubs, and yeah, it was basically just support of Canadians. I am so convinced that Canada is the greatest country in the world, the most generous, most giving country in the world because of what we've experienced over this past year. It's just been phenomenal.
Kristopher, this is a delicate question, so I apologize. When an individual is diagnosed with cancer, they're given a certain length of time, more or less. You've been on the waiting list for all your life, correct? Have the doctors given you any kind of life expectancy or any kind of timeline? If you are not a successful candidate, do not get a liver?
One day at a time.
Yeah, it's basically one day at a time. You know, one day at a time. Right up to the block? Yes.
My favorite's Wataki.
Okay, in black. Straight ahead, yeah.
No.
In the red.
Yeah, hopefully. For sure.
In the gray.
What happened if you're going to drink alcohol?
I don't know.
Can't hear you, sorry.
Okay, if you were to donate one of your organs, how much would it cost you?
There's no charge for donors. Like, there are people that we have, you can be a live donor for certain organs, like kidneys. You can donate one of your kidneys. Can you donate a lung, I believe, even?
Yeah, half.
There are various, I'm sorry? Lung, bone marrow, skin. Yeah. You can donate, actually, you can donate part of your liver, and both the recipient and the donor will grow a full liver. The reason Chris can't get a partial donation from his dad, who was going to do that years ago, was because biliary atresia attacks the ducts that the bile goes through, and so he needs to have a cadaver liver because he needs those ducts, and you can't take those off of someone else. They would. Straight ahead. Well, the most important factor is talking with your family members, letting them know what your wishes are, so that if, God forbid, there was a tragic accident, they would know that your wishes are that you would like to help save other people's lives. One person can directly save, I believe it's 8 people from the organs in their body, not to mention the different valves and corneas, things like that. In the pink? Actually, Guelph was where Chris kicked off his campaign in October of last year at GCVI. So. The blue? Can't hear you, sorry. You're speaking too low. If someone were to donate a kidney, I don't believe it's as risky as it used to be. It's not like back when the first heart transplant was done in '67 or things like that. It's really, you know, Canada has probably one of the best systems, medical systems and so on. So it's, yeah, the recovery time is, I believe it's around 6 weeks, 3 to 6 weeks. Yes? Well, if you talk with your family and your parents know your wishes, then, you know, hopefully they would carry out those wishes. The age limit, I would guess, would be 18 if there were an actual age limit. Yeah. Okay, in blue.
Don't you ever feel like you don't want people to know, so that you don't feel like you have to do
No, not really.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your questions. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. Helped organize this here at your school, and thank all of you.
Up by my office, bud.